Hi guys, and today it's time to pretty much give my player ratings on the Sunderland 1 Bristol Rovers 1, so let's get started, Labours. Absolutely terrible. Give the away a stupid penalty, what, I don't know what he was doing really, if you got my mean, couldn't command his box or anything. I'll give him a 3, and he's lucky to get a 3. Jordan Willis. Apart from first half was a little bit sloppy. First half, second half I thought it was better if you got my main getting forward in the attack, but didn't really do much. I don't think he was terrible like Bird. Could have did better in the lead up to penalty. It was a pretty much like caught. I think a free kick. And pretty much he pretty much clayed it right onto their player, what led them. Their player took a shot, and that would led to the penalty. If you're wondering, I'll give him a 5. Barely right. He was lucky not to be sent off. To be fair, that was the worst game in a Sunderland shirt. Couldn't cope with Brandon Hanlon or whatever his name is. I'll give him a 4. Tom Flanagan, I thought he was the best. Although I don't particularly rate him, I rate Willison right before him. I thought Flanagan actually did well to be defensively solid. He came forward at times, like joined in the attack, and at least he showed a bit of passing at the end when the red card to Dobson, what I'll get on to when I get to Dobson. So yeah, I'll give him a 6. I'll be nice to him. I don't get the stick he was getting. Right wing back Luke O'Neill. He was alright, I guess. He didn't do much. At times he was a bit over eager to get on the ball and do stuff. Other than that, defensively he was solid and stuff, and didn't really do anything like what you would see game changing if you like, but didn't do anything where like, oh, what's he doing? So I'll give him a 5. George Dobson, the player that got sent off. First of all, it weren't a red card, but it still happened. They made him made out because there were time wasting right at the end. And as well, he probably should have scored with a header, but if I was in total longest day, I thought he did now other than the red card and the header, if you get what I mean. It was a perfectly timed tackle, the one every foul. Even the yellow card was harsh, so never mind the red, if you get what I mean. I think I'll give him a 3 just because he got a red card, so yeah. Max Power, I thought again he was a passing there in midfield. He didn't really like doing much. Happy to sit back and pretty much be right on the defenders. Not really creating, but he could have won it right. He had 2 chances to win it right at the end where Alonvian shot pretty much where the Kane made a fantastic save onto the bar, and as well he had one where bounced off his knee and it was cleared off the line, but only just. I'll give him a 5. Then the Hume, I thought personally, mate, I don't get the stick Hume's getting. For me, Denver Hume was my man of the match. Was a lot better. The only Sunderland player who had any pace up until Goats came on. The only Sunderland player that had any pace. The only Sunderland player that rang at defenders, put a decent cross in. He played his part for the goal. I really do not understand the stick he's getting. At times, yes, his crossing weren't the best, but he was the only Sunderland player who I thought was brave, and the only Sunderland player, maybe with the exception of a couple, especially the ones that started, who played well. I'll give him a 7. I will get slated for that off someone. I know, but I didn't care. Chris Maguire, if I'm in total honesty, I thought he was the worst player on the pitch, but he scored a great goal, so I'll let him off. I'll give him a 6. Ian O'Brien, he weren't terrible, but he weren't great. His first touch was great and whatever. He probably should have had a penalty. He could have had a penalty in the second in the first half, but other than that, no. And so yeah, I'll give him a 5. Well, Greg, if I was honest, I didn't even know he was on the pitch. At times. At times he did obviously. He never did anything. I'd give him a 5. I don't really know what he did. The only time I realised Greg was when he was coming off. I'll talk about Graham and White at the same time. Graham and White both came on, like, tried to get themselves about, tried to be target men when especially when we went to 4-4-2 and stuff. I don't, they didn't really do much. Graham could have scored at the end, and even White probably could have scored in that chance. But I'll give them both a 5. And Lyndon Gooch, I thought came on, did well, and added a bit of pace and directness to speeded our game up, if you like, and he played his part in the goal with great link-up play with Hume. So I will, with a great ball to Hume, and I'll give him a 6, and he should start next week. So yeah. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the game pretty much. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave your opinions in the comments if you watched the game. My man of the match was Denver Hume. If you watched the game, who was your man of the match? So yeah. So like, subscribe, view, comment, and see. Yeah.